Hello, I'm your superhero critic. When it comes to the Batman franchise in movie universe, we owe a lot of things to one specific movie. Influenced by The Killing Joke and The Dark Knight Returns, Tim Burton's Batman from 1989 paved the way for Batman's success, not only creating the influence for the Batman animated series that was a success in the 90s, but also paved the way for other movies within the franchise, until Joel Schumacher got a hold of it. Anyway, so, without further ado, to continue on with Batman, we shall review Tim Burton's Batman. The movie begins with an unknown family trying to find a taxi. Why they decide to go down an alleyway makes no sense to me, but luck would have it that they run into a burglar.
Scream.
I do believe he said not to speak.
The thieves sit and count their loot as the bat shows up behind them. After some quick thinking, the thieves use their gun.
Well, that was fast. I'll see y'all later. Wait, you're not done? Oh, okay. Go on.
The bat then dangles the thief above the edge of the building, and after warning him to tell his friends about him, he delivers his most famous line.
I'm Batman.
That line has become one iconic quote of all time and has become something Batman says all the time.
We then meet Jack Napier, who is watching Lando Calrissian make a speech about a better Gotham. Jack is taunting that the city cannot be run without him, even under his boss Carl Grissom's wing. We then jump to Lieutenant Eckhart and a news reporter named Alex Knox, arguing over what happened to the man being taken to the hospital. After much hostility, Eckhart makes his way down the alleyway where we meet Napier, and they do some dirty business to keep Lando out of Napier's hair. Eckhart gets cocky and Napier decides to get physical.
Knows it.
Better be sure.
Knox is seen back at the paper he works for, and his co-workers mock him.
Very funny. You should have a little more gore under the fangs, though, right? What a dick.
A little bit of trivia for y'all. That photo, for those of you who don't pay attention to the small stuff, is actually drawn by Bob Kane. And it was one of the original sketches that he had for Batman himself. And now you know.
We then meet Vicky Vale, who is interested with Knox's story. They make plans to go and investigate Bruce Wayne's party. Grissom is having a meeting with his men about Dent and Gordon getting closer to their operations. Jack suggests destroying one of their bases at the chemical plant, and Grissom chooses to send Jack.
For some reason, I just sensed a double cross coming.
At Wayne's party, Gordon gets an anonymous tip about Rapier attacking the chemicals plant. Vicky and Alex make a fool of themselves in front of Bruce Wayne, insulting most of the statues that he's bought. Alfred eventually interrupts the fun, alerting Bruce that Gordon has disappeared. We then jump to Ace's chemicals, where Napier finds out he's been set up, so his men and the cops fight it out while Napier starts blowing up the plant. The Bat shows up and starts taking out crooks.
I'd insert a Scorpion get over here joke, but I've used that in too many reviews already, so I'm not gonna.
Napier comes face to face with the Bat, but his partner gives him a choice.
Let him go, or I'll do Gordon.
After Jack shoots Eckhart, a bullet bounces off Batman's gauntlet. It splits into Jack's face, causing him to trip and topple over into the chemicals below. After Batman leaves the plant, we get one of the most memorable scenes in the movie of Jack's hand reaching up from the chemicals. Vicky then has an awkward dinner with Bruce.
Could you pass the salt?
What?
Could you pass the salt?
What?
Could you pass the salt?
Sheesh, you don't have to fucking yell.
We then jump to Jack getting reconstructive surgery from an underground doctor, and he leaves the room laughing. We then jump to Carl, who gets greeted by the new Jack, who renames himself the Joker, and he has a little bit of fun killing Carl. After a bunch of pointless scenes that I feel are really unimportant to this review, we get to a gang leader meeting where Joker declares himself in charge. One guy is opposed to it, which doesn't end well.
Oh, I got a live one here. Oh, there'll be a hot time in the old town tonight.
Joker's men burst through the door, and the Joker has the last laugh.
You're crazy.
We then go to the City Hall steps where the Joker makes his first public appearance with his goons dressed like mimes, and he kills another lead mob boss. Bruce looking around as if he's seen a ghost.
That right there is exactly why I fucking hate mimes.
Joker is seen going through Vicky's photography, being turned on by her looks. He then has his sidekick go and fetch her, but now it's time for some news as the Joker takes over the airways and promotes Joker products. Vicky then has a meeting at the museum, but after a gift is given to her, she learns it's not with Bruce. After Joker and his men destroy the paintings in the museum and dance around a little bit, they have a conversation over Vicky's photography and art.
What do you want?
A pony. $1 million. Your own action figure.
Face on the $1 bill.
Damn, so close.
Vicky tries to make a run for it, and after Joker jokes around, after water's thrown on his face, the Bat drops in.
Seriously, what is with superheroes destroying glass ceilings?
The chase begins as Joker's goons start a car chase around the city trying to get the Batman, only to have the Bat give them the slip. With the Bat cornered, he uses his grapple to get Vicky away safely. He then quickly takes down all the goons. Batman takes Vicky to the Batcave for safety and goes over with her the Joker's real plan, the entire time trying to hide who he is. After Batman takes Vicky's film, she calls the paper to tell them what products the city needs to avoid, and which Joker does not approve of.
Or foe.
I have given a name to my pain,
Mysterious figure
and it is Batman.
and disappear at will.
Okay, that's 2 scenes in this movie that... Okay, that's 2 scenes in this movie where the Joker destroys a TV with some sort of device. First one being with a boxing glove. He goes through more TVs than an appliance store.
Bruce goes over to Vicky's to try to tell her the truth, only for her to be interrupted by the Joker. Bruce slips a cookie sheet in his shirt and stands up for him and her.
Then he had us. Lights out! Now you want to get nuts? Come on!
Bruce Wayne has officially gone insane.
The Joker then says a line that hits Bruce a little close to home until he shoots him in the cookie sheet. Back at the newsroom, Alex shows Vicky more information on Bruce's past by showing her the paper headline from his parents' murder.
What do you suppose something like this does to a kid?
Well, in comic books, it usually creates a superhero.
During a press conference, the Joker once again takes over the airways and declares that he will drop $200 million in cash at midnight, and that all he wants in return is Batman. While Bruce is grieving over everything that's going on, we get a semi-slow motion flashback showing Bruce's parents' death. The murderer, repeating what Joker said to Bruce earlier, gives him and the audience the proof that the Joker is indeed his parents' killer.
So, in this interpretation of the Batman, Jack Napier creates Batman, Batman creates the Joker. Hooray for conundrum.
Since Vicky now knows Bruce's secret, she tries to convince him to let her in. He says he wants to but can't risk everything, and they show him becoming the Bat once again. The Batmobile makes its way into the chemical plant and drops the ball on Joker's plan.
Just who do you trust? What makes you a real lover? Trust.
Okay, enough of that.
The Joker taunts Gotham that the Batman has not shown up yet, and once he sees the Bat, he alerts all of his men to put on masks, and releases his surprise to the city. The Batman uses his Batplane to quickly get rid of the balloons, much to the dismay of the Joker.
Why didn't somebody tell me that he had one of those things?
Sorry, you didn't ask.
Gun.
Sorry. That was kind of funny.
As the Bat shoots every missile he has at the Joker, which makes no sense to me, because in the comics he rarely uses guns. But hey, what the hell, the Joker pulls out a long pistol from his pants, shooting the Batplane, causing it to crash. The Joker then forces Vicky to go into the church with him as a hostage.
Better make it 10.
Okay, one little bit of movie trivia and all that crap. If you actually take the time card from where the Joker calls his minions and says, hey, I need 10 minutes, the time it takes for the helicopter to actually show up within the movie is actually 10 minutes. Don't believe me? Watch it.
I'm gonna skip the long-ass climb it takes to get to the top of the church. The Joker sprays acid on the bell, blocking the cops from getting in. While Batman takes out a couple of goons, the Joker forces Vicky to dance, and she sees the Batman, so she plays along.
Oh, I love purple.
Okay, I don't know whether or not I should be turned on or creeped out by the way that Vicky's acting.
We finally and now we're at the climax of the movie. Hero and villain have a few choice words, and after the Joker gets roughed up a little, the Batman puts Joker in a corner until he falls off the church. The Joker tricks the two into thinking he's gone kaput, putting both of the two in danger. The Joker's men finally show up, and the Joker almost gets away, but with quick thinking, the Batman bolos the Joker's ankle to a gargoyle. The movie ends with a zoom in on the Joker's death. The commissioner says that the Batman gave them a way to contact him if ever needed, which turns out to be the bat signal. Vicky makes a joke about knowing Bruce will be late, and we get the iconic Batman moon stance before fading into credits.
So there you have it, Tim Burton's Batman. What could we do to top that? Well, with that in mind, we get a movie that almost didn't happen. We get Batman Returns. Join me as Batman continues, and I'm your superhero critic. I stay super as long as you stay awesome.